Point of order, Mr. Mayor. I think it's important before we move forward that we just acknowledge what happened, and I think for the purpose of the record to share with the public what's happening with those that were escorted out, so we can know the process of what that conversation is or what the action is. Are they being escorted out for City Hall? Are they being allowed to come back into chambers? Like, what is going on?
What's going on? You saw with your own eyes, as we all did. We couldn't conduct our business for our guests, and so at the urging of a number of council members, for safety and order, we asked our individuals to be removed because they failed to, after numerous requests, to let us conduct our business. And in fact, I would like to say thank you to our first responders that showed a lot of patience. I think we showed a lot of patience. So, you know, I don't have to really describe it, council member. You sat through it.
Yeah, not to describe it, but I think just for the record, you know, this, I'm sure this whole,
it's well documented.
Right, will be on every news station and live feed, and
it speaks for itself.
I think the most important question for me, two questions. One, I just want to make sure that folks are not arrested. If this is just about requesting them to leave this discussion.
I did not press charges.
Okay, thank you for that. And then also just to communicate publicly about what has happened, because, you know, this is going to hit the street.
Well, it'll be the lead story tonight.
Oh, I'm positive about that.
Probably took the budget off the news.
I'm positive about that, but I just think it's important.
Unfortunately, I know about a half a dozen that for 6 months were in front of my house every Friday night from 9 to 11, raising the Gaza tragedy, disrupting a neighborhood, unfortunately. And so the same group now has changed subjects to be before council, and we welcome. In fact, I would tell them they were making progress. The members were listening and making some modifications, and I actually mentioned to them more than once, you're only hurting your own cause. If you really care about people, give us your input, which we had public speaking yesterday. Rally outside if you'd like while we were trying to do our business. So, you know, I don't think I have to describe it any more than what everyone witnessed. It's well documented by the press. I thought HPD showed a lot of restraint, which they're trained for. And so I think we ought to go back to work.
No, I appreciate that. I just wanted to make sure that arrests were not made and that nothing escalates.
Well, I can't speak to what happens when they go out.
I know, but I think we have a responsibility, because they are Houstonians, to just continue to be ginger and facilitate that, because this is the People's City Hall.
Sure is.
And right, and so
and
once the budget passes, there'll be another issue and there'll be another item. So we open these chambers and we welcome that, but I just think we need to make sure that as we transition from them in the chambers to outside of the city building, that we just remember that they are still our neighbors and our friends, and they're carrying a lot of frustration. So it was just important to make that request, and I appreciate the courtesy of time. Thank you.
And what was the request?
No arrest.
Well, I can't speak to their activity. All I can say on behalf of the city of Houston, for disrupting the council, we did not press charges. When they go outside and get in the face of officers, I'll put it this way, noise did not get anybody arrested. If they want to get physical, that's the judgment of HPD. If you'd like to speak to the protesters, I will yield to you to do it.
I thank you for the courtesy of time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ramirez. Councilman Ramirez.
Councilman Ramirez.
Yes, ma'am.